Hey, I'm Marcus and I'm playing Crusader Kings 3. Recording this on a winter morning and it's kind of frosty outside and the meadows are all covered in frost and everything, and so yeah, sets a little mood. It's probably not as cold in the on the 11th of April in 1099 in Denmark, though it might still be a bit chilly. We are playing, of course, Skjalm Tokesen, who is a Marcher Lord, a Margrave. I don't really like that name, Marquess, right? That is more of a, that really sounds French and I don't know, England in the I don't know, 15th century, 14th century. But yeah, it is what it is. Maybe I do write a little mod that kind of just changes some titles in here. Because at the time he would have been called a Jarl, right? That was still the name used, or that the Vikings used to distinguish a person below the king, or could even be an independent person. But Marquess, I don't know. I don't think he would have been called that, really. You might notice something when we look at the map. It has changed. Like somehow the colors have changed a little. It's like more transparent now. And when we zoom in, we don't see those colored borders around here. I like it, but I'm not sure where it's coming from. I just had a look, and I think the mod better map textures has been updated. Though that would just, or should just concern, this here, right? So the textures that you see at this level, not necessarily the color scheme and so on that you would see here. But maybe they did this because they wanted to highlight their textures a bit more. Like when we zoom out and we move over the world, we can see that now the underlying textures are way more visible, right? And it looks quite nice when you look at Maghreb here, or over here in the Persian Empire, where you see this whole mountain range, the Taurus mountain range, beautifully covered. So I hope it's okay and you are not you didn't like the other view too much. And it's like, no, why has this changed? It has, okay. I'm also making use of this mod that thins the borders between these counties. And for whatever reason, and I don't know why it wasn't that visible before, but now it is. So now when we zoom in, we have this beautiful view of the landscape instead of political borders and such. And while it may sometimes be better to have an overview on this level, right? So here we would see that both Hvide and Sjælland are actually owned by the same person. We don't see that in this view, right? So we explicitly would have to hover over here to see that they belong together. You would just see the seat, the actual seat of the ruler. That's where it's associated with the coat of arms. Right. Okay. So last time, we did a lot of things, as always. And last time something huge happened, of course, and that was the that event, the first crusade for Jerusalem, which saw Skjalm and his merry band of Danish crusaders actually be the ones to besiege Jerusalem and open the gates of Jerusalem. Wow, right? That's in this alternate history, that's where Skjalm is in the history books now, confirmed. And as a result of this, our youngest son, not our youngest son, we do have another one that's even younger, but for a long while he had been the youngest son, and he was destined to become a bishop at some point. I think he didn't like that outlook very much, And look at him being like, I guess he's really happy right now because he is in fact King Bully of Jerusalem, right? He's just actually started his journey from Skjalm. So yeah, that will take him, I think, quite a while to get down there. So yeah, in a year or so he will officially become the king, and then we shall see. All right. Oh, where are we? Oh, it takes ages, right, to get up here. I as always, I write down notes. Like, there's this thing where I'm thinking, okay, do we need to split, I don't know, videos, or should I do stuff outside of the videos that are more like maintenance work? I'm still deciding against it because I want to, yeah, everything that I record, or I want every in-game second, you know, when it's not paused, I want every in-game second to actually be recorded, yeah, to be on screen. And yeah, part of this is doing some stuff that's yeah, a bit more like maintenance work maybe, but in a way we also learn a bit more about the world, about the characters and so on, so I think that's okay. Yeah, just some minor things that I've noticed. We do see that Skjalm, and I checked in the other videos and it wasn't there before, he's now wearing this cross, right? Because he came back as a Crusader. I like that very much, right? That's the little flavors that make this game so special. And I think that's not a vanilla thing. This might very well be a community flavor pack thing. So one of the most outstanding mods that probably everyone has in their mod stack, or should, right? Because it's huge and it adds so much to the game. Yeah, just a little detail that I thought was really, really nice. So he wears this, yeah, big cross now that shows everyone that yeah, he is Skjalm, the Crusader. Yeah, so one thing that of course did happen is he is still here. We did not expect this. We thought that maybe he would die on the journey, on the crusade even, and that's something that he prepared for. Kind of like wrapping up his things here in Denmark, and yeah, so, but that didn't happen, and yeah, here he is, back, and in good health, right? He left and had poor health, and now he's back and his health is fine again because he's living healthily. Right, we see that down there. Let me just probably cut that out. So we did not expect to come back home, but here we are. And for Skjalm, that means that he is continuing his efforts, right? He's not stopping from anything. He feels good, right? So he wants to do things. We do see some other things that are interesting, and that is that Sigrid, our daughter, is coming back to our court. Now that's an interesting thing, because that's not what would usually happen, and I don't know exactly what triggered it. But yeah, she's married, she has 2 sons. For whatever reason, she wants to live with us. And yeah, this kind of headcanon thing, and the, you know, roleplay, maybe we could say that, yeah, she was probably very sad and heartbroken when her father left, and she thought that she would never see him again. And now that he's back, she maybe has decided that she wants to be close to him for the yeah, remaining years of his life. I think that would make a lot of sense in the way these two, yeah, are connected. Right, her being his favorite child, and as you see in the +100 modifiers here, that feeling is mutual. So she's coming back to our court, and yeah, what I did notice is that we do not have a legend seat. Well, there's the Gothic Kings legend seat, but that's only there to pick up for kings. We are not expecting to be a king. I think Bully would have a legend seat now, right? So, but we do not have one, and that's a pity, right? Because we are a legendary person at this point in time. So maybe that's something that she would care for now that she's at court, gathering all these kind of legends about her father, and writing it down or finding the right people to write this down, maybe monks and so on. So let's appoint her in that position, and then she can search for legends. Right, it's a little task. It's 0.1 per month. So yeah, do not know what will come of it. In my experience, it's very unlikely for this to kind of produce something. So, but we will see. Maybe there is, and then that's fine too. In any case, we did miss something. And that was King Eric's coronation event, right? As you do see, he now wears that crown that his brother wore before him, that his father wore before him, and of course, that would have been a huge event in Denmark. And the real confirmation that he has, taken the throne. Like, he is the real king now. And that's great. When I did look into the whole family, I saw something that was really, really interesting. And that is that House Astrid. So at this point, the royal house, they are actually in a feud with House Yngling. And that is the Norwegian royal house. Right? So, wow. They are locked in a feud currently. I can only guess that this has to do with everyone's favorite, Prince Benedict the Trickster, having murdered Princess Ingegerd of Norway, right? So the current king's sister. And of course, that's they wouldn't have liked this. Not at all. And of course, they are like, the Yngling family is proud, right? They trace their history back to Harold Fairhair, that you can play in the 867 start. And they've been kings for so long, and so on, right? So they are locked in a feud right now. That is interesting, right? So I don't like the feud mechanic that much, because it mainly boils down to having these murder schemes over and over. But maybe it would also lead to some armed conflict at some point. And of course, in that case, we would stand by our king, even though the whole thing might have been triggered by that dastardly fiend, Prince Benedict. So staying with the little things that we are doing, I noticed that there's tension in Rügen. We do see that there is an overall control loss. That is a bit unusual, because you usually have some good control growth. Right, we see that here we have a small harbor, we have the Serve the Crown perk, and so on. But there is harsh control decline coming, or mainly stemming from Rügen. And we look down here, that is because of the culture, right, being mainly Ranian people. So there's up to 90% tension in here. And we do have 10% Danish people in here. In my headcanon, these would be probably landowners. So the nobility. And you can see why that would lead to tension, right? So you have the overall population, the farmers and everyone, and they are more like Ranian. And then we have the landowners and the rulers and so on, and that would be the Danish. I think this would lead us to send our son, who is now our steward, to promote the culture in this province. Right? Which will make sure that some of the Ranians maybe even are promoted into, adopting a Danish way of life, and therefore relieving some of that cultural tension here. So let's do this, right? That would hopefully lead to control being in the positive here again, so that we don't have to send our marshal, because that would be the last straw, right? Sending the marshal is always the last straw, sending the military. Anyways, okay, let's hope that this will come out all right. Yeah, again, we do see that there are peasant revolts around us, but not in our lands. But that's why we're doing this, right? Effectively, so that we avoid something like this happening to us. Yeah, coming to the whole overall situation in the western and southern Baltic, we do see that, yeah, this little island here, Count Gvienomir of Sedunia, like, he is the last independent pagan ruler. And not for long, because as we do see, Duke Paweł of Greater Poland is in a holy war against him. And there's nothing he can do. He will just be swallowed, and then he will be gone too. So, yeah, we're almost done. The whole process of, integrating the lands of the West Slavs into the greater Christian realms is over. Almost over. And, of course, this wouldn't have happened in our world by 1099. Took way longer to do this. But yeah, that's where we are. And I mean, it's a political thing, but we do see, of course, that the Slavs play a large role still, right? Because they are here as a culture. They are very much still here as a culture. As when we go to the culture screen, we can see that the Obotrides and the Lutetians and the Pomorians, they are all still here. The Sorbians down here. So they're not gone, and it will lead to future tension. But yeah, there's no independent Slavic ruler in a few weeks, I would say, in a few months maybe. Yeah, we are getting more renown. That is something I would like to mention. Right now that our son Bully is king, we do see that we get like a whole 1 point from him being king. He gets some minus 0.1 because I think that's likely because of his legitimacy that he needs to grow. But yeah, we are growing as a dynasty, and that's nice to hear, isn't it? Last time, and that's coming back to our youngest, we had this little, and I would say it's a little miracle, right? So Skjalm, and I think he was 61 at the time, and Signe, who was 45 at the time, she got pregnant again and had a boy. And yeah, I think we should treat this as some kind of wonder, some kind of miracle, because that would have been highly unusual in their age for that to happen. And for that reason, I said before that I would like to reconsider his name. I mean, yeah, we could say that they did this from the very beginning, but then it was like turbulent times, and then, right, there was the Crusade looming, and I think that it is not that uncommon to rename children. That happen all the time. And I want to name him Matthias or Matthias, right? That would be the Danish spelling. I looked it up. And Matthias actually means a gift from God. And I think that's very fitting when it comes to our little boy here. He's already charming, right? I think, yeah, he grows up where everyone else around him, right? These big adults and everything. He's more like growing up with the children of his brothers and sister, right? So he would be part of their generation, more like those of his siblings. So yeah, he's a charming little one. So he gets away with everything, I guess, right? So because now we learned that Skjalm is also a bit softer. So good for him. Good for little Matthias. Yeah, let's have a look at... yeah, something I wanted to look at again is Laughing Out Loud Land Falster down here, where Countess Margaret is ruling. And just to keep that in mind, should she die or when she dies, she will pass that land by proxy of our wife to our children. Right, so actually she might actually be around for quite a while, because you see here, she's whole of body, she's a herbalist, she's athletic. Right, she's actually a cool person. Very spunky, and but should she die then, and our wife is still alive, then she would inherit, and if she wasn't alive anymore, it would pass to Toke, and so on, right? So it will be firmly in Hvide hands in the future, which is cool, right? Because we know that there will be this partitioning going on, and Assa will take over Rügen, so that would leave Toke with quote-unquote just Noresund, but we know that in the future he will also inherit land down here. Something else pretty short, just set Dagmar back to disrupt schemes, because she was at support schemes for now, and that was because our failed attempt at getting rid of the trickster. But he showed us once more that he's not a man to be trifled with, right? He is when it comes to scheming and intrigue, he's the boss. Spy master for the king, right? He knows what's going on, and that was not what we could do. We did excommunicate him. That serves him right. So he is actually, he is pretty much isolated. Alright. Let's have a look at our knights and that situation here. I would like to reinstate Kare as a knight. He was forbidden here because he did not go with us into the crusade, for reasons that he was still in the murder plot, but he's also the chancellor, and I think, not everyone from the court should have left for the crusade, and he is such an important person at the court, so he stayed home. Then, we have everyone else: Cirkvir, Anton, Frode, Assa, our son, Joachim, Toke, our son, Thorfinn, and Dirk. And I guess Dirk we can set him to allow. Kind of did this, the force thing, just to make sure that he would join the crusade. And I guess, we could set Prince Bishop Gunnar also to forbid, even if there was a place open. I think he should not be he should not be sent into battle, that lunatic of a man. So let's not do this. He's good, right? He's looking into the distance, sometimes, waffling on about things that nobody understands, but that's okay, right? He can do that down here in Vorgast, where no one's listening, so we are alright. And now, ladies and gentlemen, after 20 years, 20 years, of course, 20 minutes of me blabbering on, let's go to the important stuff. And the important stuff, first of all, is our wealth. We do have coin on our hands, and boy do we like this, right? That's the that's the situation you always like in a game like this. You have masses of wealth, and now we get to distribute it. There are some things I would like to do, and we will see that we will be able to spend it. There is this decision, and that is again from a mod, that's from Rice, but it's so fitting, and I love to have it in the game. And that is that now Skjalm has returned. He, in commemoration of his deeds, and in especially caring for his salvation and his afterlife, he would build a Christian building, like a church, a monastery. I think in this case he will build a monastery. Right, so that is, we do see here we can choose, and we have the funds, so we will go for a large monastery. This will be a famous place, right, on the whole island of Sjælland, a place of learning, place where, obviously monks are going to, maybe even a point where maybe pilgrims will come at some point. Only in Headcanon, not in the game. But yeah, he will start building this, and it will be named then in his honor. And he will be buried here in the end, right? Or would be buried. Again, headcanon. That's not going to happen in the game. But he would be buried there. And his wife as well, of course. And the monks would pray for him. Right? That's one of the conditions that rulers of this time usually give when they build a monastery. They do that so that the monks would pray for them. And that would mean for them guaranteeing their salvation in the afterlife, right? So when we come to that concept of purgatory that I talked about last time, then that would shorten the purgatory. It's weird from our perspective, of course, but that is what people believed at the time. So we are building this, right? For those of status such as myself, one way for us to show our devotion to God as good Catholics is to found Christian religious sites. In doing so, we not only improve the spiritual lives of the locals, but also perform penance for our sins and to demonstrate our piety. I have thus ordered for the construction of a large Catholic monastery. Here, monks and nuns can focus on spiritual matters, study theology and the scriptures in a peaceful environment. This sizable structure may also host a number of services for the local community, such as through hospitals, schools, and various economical buildings like breweries. Yeah, so these were not only centers of learning, of course. They would be centers of commerce as well. And yeah, and that's all that the monks bring to this. I think at this point in time, we did only really have one order of monks, and that would be the Benedictians. I don't know what the English term is. Benedictiner, it is in German. But yeah, that was basically the only order at the time. Later on, we have the Cisterciensens. Jesus Christ, who made up these names? And others like the Franciscans and so on. But at the time, yeah, this would be a Benedictine cloister or monastery, and that means it has also this kind of worldly function, right? The Cisterciensens, they would go for more of a withdrawn aspect, or like going into places where there's not much else around. But these Benedictinians, they would definitely go to the large centers of commerce and stuff and build their own economical buildings in there. Anyways, long story short, we are building this. Costs us 150 gold, so yeah, quite a lot. We will arrange a funeral for our brother, but I think I will do this at the end. But let's keep this in mind already. Like I said last time, Auden wearing his nicest grandma sweater here for his funeral. He died a hero, basically, right? He died in the Crusade, and that's meaningful. Even though he just died of the measles and he never saw combat action, that's not so important after all. He died a Crusader, and that makes him worthy of having a funeral. And I think Skjalm would also use this opportunity to gather the family and have everyone around. Right, so we are doing this definitely, but we will wait. Let me just have a look into what it will cost us. Yeah, we will bury him in Jörlunde. And it's 115 gold. Okay, let's keep that in mind. So we should have 115 left when we get to this. Go on, doing more stuff. Of course, we can invest more into infrastructure. And I think it makes total sense for Skjalm to go and update the defenses. Right, so we go for a bailey. There we go. I think a bailey should actually be the first upgrade, right? Because it has bastions and curtain walls as a first part of the building. But no, if you had a mod, and that's what we are talking about here, right? So then you would have a bailey next. There we go. So we are building upgrades in both Rügen and Noresund. That's good. And yeah, now for a very big one. We have enough money to fund a city. And that's what we will do. We will construct a new holding here, and it will be a city. And of course, we know what city it is going to be. The region is called Haven for now, and that kind of also already hints that this is an area where, yeah, ships are going to. Yeah, we will name it Köbenhaven in the end. So the port for traders. And that's, of course, Copenhagen today. What else can we do? Yeah, there was one thing that I thought about, and that is our situation with Princess Liv. Two things. First of all, she is not awfully fond of us at this point. Because, yeah, we did this whole thing where we actually have a claim now to her land in Skjalm. And while I did say, hey, this has a role-playing aspect as well, and he would not attack her, he is just using this so if Benedict is going out, yeah, going to kill her or anything, and he starts occupying this land as well, then I would like to have the means to counter it somehow and make sure that he does not be this overarching powerful person here in Denmark. But, of course, Princess Liv, her mother, like her court, they would not understand it that way. They would see this as an act of aggression. And therefore, I think I want to make sure that Liv knows our intentions for once, right? So that is one thing that we do. And yeah, let's just go for the full, give her 100 gold. We have the funds to do this, so she will definitely know now that we are on her side. And now for the second thing. She is, in fact, the ward of Prince Benedict. Oh. Yeah. Oh. So, A, if he wants to kill her, he has better means to do so. B, he is passing on his whole, yeah, little personality on her. And, I don't know, probably shaping her in his image. Right, you can see she's already like good in intrigue and stuff, while she actually is on a martial focus. And we don't like this, and we would like to get her away from Benedict and, yeah, influence her ourselves. That's definitely also a thing. So, oh no, send gift, we did this. Let's offer her our guardianship. Right, so she will become our ward, and she will accept this actually, and that would be something that Benedict, yeah, might not like, but it is not his to decide. That would be the regent, right, and that is her mother. So we are offering this, and it will be accepted. So she will be our ward next. Of course, only for 2 years. Yeah, would have been nice to do this earlier when she was younger. But still, we hope that she will get away from this, yeah, the influence of Prince Benedict that way. Yeah, what else can we do? We know that we need 115 gold still for doing the funeral. I think there's one thing that I would like to do. Coming back to another mod. Oh no, not prisoners, courtiers. There we go. Or let's look directly for knights. Yeah, we had all these knights following us into battle, right? I mean, some of them, like Rangvi, she will not advance into anything. She is already where she wants to be. She wanted to be a fighter. She wanted to be a knight. But just in the rule set of the time, right? She is so much out of the system. She's not part of the whole grid, right? She's next to the grid. She will not advance in any way, but I think she is happy in the position that she is in anyway. Then we have Sörkvir, who's also lowborn, and he's great, definitely. But he did irk us, like he did take partake in this scheme, at court, and we did not like it, and it was also not that long. He was not our knight for that long. But we do have... let me see. We do have Thorfinn. And again, he's the son of Balder. Obviously, yeah, he was disgraced, but that does not count for his family. He's also the son of Victoria, who's dead. Yeah, who's been dead for a while, I see. And she was a prominent person at court. She was the wet nurse to our children. And he was with us in the crusade now. While, like his father, he is craven. Cannot be cannot be left out. But I think he has proven himself. And what we will do, and that's another mod that I've installed, we will ennoble him. So we will lift him up from his station of being a lowborn, and we will give him the means to have a name. Not only be Thorfinn, but actually have a name. You see, it costs a bit of gold, it costs a bit of renown, which is usually not that not a thing that we want to do, but now we get some renown at least, so this is okay too. Yes, we ennoble him, and we do see that he's now Thorfinn af Jörlunde. Isn't that great? He wants to show the world that he is from here, right? That's where he was born, that's where he lives, that's where he's from. He's Thorfinn Balderson af Jörlunde. Great stuff. There we are. So that's our money. Again, keep in mind that we want to do the funeral, but let's see if I need to do other things first. Again, another part that's something that's what we should do, I think, and that we have neglected for a while, is to make sure that our courtiers are also able to marry. Like we have a guy like Gudmar, who's actually lustful, and he's 30 now, right? He's done it all. He's been in the crusade. He's an acclaimed knight and so on. This should be something that he should be able to do. And so let's find a spouse for him. Obviously, this is something I have done in advance. Like, I've looked at these lists and figured out whom they would marry, because I did realize in the first episode that this is kind of like boring, me going through all these things and figuring out people. And I thought that for him, since he's a lustful person, and so I guess he would appreciate a woman that looks nice. That's what I think is something that he would look for, or that he would appreciate. So let's go for inheritable traits that would include, and we see that down here, people, being comely, for example. And we do see here that we have her, I don't know how to pronounce that name, Selflet, Calflet, I have no idea. But she's capable. She has some spunk. She's wrathful. Also gregarious, likes to party, but is still humble, right? Does not go all out. I think she could even out some of his arrogant streaks and so on. And yeah, she's nice to look at, comely, and I think he would appreciate that. So, no valid characters found. I was just, what happened? Because we are still looking for people with inheritable traits. There we go. And there we go. There is Gudmar. Barely accept, but they will accept. So send proposal. She was married before, right? She's a widow, but she does not have any children yet. So that will be fine. She's actually married to Earl Magnus Haraldsson, right? So formerly married into the former royal line of England, interestingly. So quite an important person, actually. Then, let's see who met. Oh yeah, let's maybe do this first. We have our Asa, and Asa has lost his wife, right? He is a widower, and his wife Jutta died in the most tragic of ways, giving birth to their son Evold. Something that's quite interesting that we can see now is that both his daughter Gunhild and his son Evold now have Jutta's claims. for Wolgast, for Wallin, and for Rostock. That's nice, isn't it? So Evold being in this position later on here, we do see he has this legacy, right? He's carrying on the legacy of the dynasty of Duke Krutoy, right? The Wisławit dynasty. And that would be recognized by the people here, at least in headcanon terms. So, and he would have claims, legitimate claims on counties in this region. Maybe if there's some instability here at some point, we can make use of that. But Asser is still somewhat young, or he's in the prime of his life. He also was not like a soulmate or a lover of Jutta. So while this, of course, affects him personally, I don't think he would be the one to grieve for a very long time. Then again, it is our decision also, as head of the house, as the ruler, to make sure that he's married, and I want him to do this again. And here's what I'm going to do. I said before that I don't want to marry too much into the Thrugod dynasty, because at some point it's going to be a bit iffy. But I think it's still alright now. Like, this is Bodil, and Bodil is the daughter of Duke Svend, whose son, Asser, is our son-in-law, because he's the husband of Sigrid. So, yeah, there will be like this kind of mutual alignment here. His son married our daughter, and his daughter marries our son. This has also another practical effect, and that is, again, I think that Skjalm is this political animal. Like, he understands very well how these political things work, and he knows that his sons might be quarreling in the future. And this way, they would have the same ally in Duke Svend. So, at least in my conception, I know that the game plays this out differently. But in Skjalm's conception, this way, Svend could not be used for any of their schemes, right? Because he is actually allied with both of them. So, yeah, I like this. I also like her. So, yeah, maybe I don't like that she's patient. I think Skjalm thinks that patient people are just hesitant, right? For him, that's a negative thing. But yeah, we will go for this. Ask for a wedding here. Then let's just go on, because, yeah, well, wow, we need more time. We are already 40 minutes in. What are we doing here? Yeah, let's take a look again. Yeah, I won't ennoble Rangvi, and I won't marry her off, right? I could marry her, of course, maybe to Cirkvir. That would be legitimate, and probably something that would be okay. Again, she's already 34. That's way past beyond the age that you would marry. And I think she does not want it, right? She has chosen her profession. She is a warrior. And as you would figure out, being a mother, being pregnant, and all these things, and being a warrior, I don't know. That doesn't work well together. You would have to have a larger chainmail even, not only in the chest area, but also in the belly area. No. I think she's very happy where she's at, and she, yeah, probably does not want for more. So she will not marry, but we do have people that can definitely marry. Oh yeah, but also not Joachim. He's also too old by now. He's 58. He's also ugly as F. So, no, he's too old to do that, and I guess he's probably fine with that too. But we have, oh yeah, we have our Anton. Anton, by now, no, here we go, council, is our marshal. So he has a prominent position at court. He's a shrewd person. He knows what he's doing. And yeah, I think he should be able to marry. Let's look into who might be fitting for him. I'm going to sort this by age because, yeah, again, you don't want to marry too old. So let's see here, and let's go through this list. And yeah, I found her, and I was in love from the get-go. This is, may I introduce to you, Alfriður Alexandersdottir Altner. She's a Hvide, so she's from Sweden. And look at her. Isn't she great? Grand. She's a giant. She's a poet. And an intricate web weaver. She's only 18 and she's already so accomplished, I think, right? Of course, she's gluttonous and she has this enormous chest. I'm not showing it, of course, because YouTube doesn't like it. But if you undress her in the barber shop, then you would see the enormity of her bosom. I just like this character, right? She brings some flavor to court. I like her little family coat of arms. Anyway, yeah, I definitely want her to come to our court. There we go. Now, Anton has something to conquer, I think, right? So he would. I think he would like it. I'm very sure he would like it. Okay, send that proposal. And Alfriður will come to our court. There we are. Then, whom else do we have? Yes, of course. Now that we have ennobled our knight Thorfinn, here he is, we, would also... Oh, he's actually our... He's not our knight? Why is that? I think that was just maybe because we ennobled him and there was a little bug happening there, but he's definitely our knight too. So let's find a spouse for him too. Again, I will just like sort, no, not filter, I will sort by age. No, not any of our daughters or our family, of course. That would be too much, even for a noble. Let's scroll down. Where did I see her? Yeah, I found her. Eleonore, right? She's Nederfränkisch, so she's from the Netherlands. And look at her. She's also like craven and patient, and I think that's him, right? He's also craven and patient. Looking for a match for him. I think she would be perfect, right? They can be hesitant and afraid together. So good stuff. Okay, let's bring her to our court. I've also like chosen people now that are in the immediate vicinity, right? We said before that Norway, England, Sweden, like this is our sphere, or the Danish sphere of influence, and the northern part of the Reich as well, Frisia, up here to Holland, and then of course this area. So that's all right. That's alright with me from a role-playing perspective. Again, I would not have married into French dynasties or whatever. That's like too far away, and he wouldn't even know about this. Yes, there we go. Maybe that's it for now. Then, there's some actions we can take, like petitioning the king. I also want to set an antiquarian. We have our nice rings and so on, and maybe there would be other nice things that we want to have in the future. And so Frode is still around. Maybe that's a job that he can pick up, so he has something to do in peacetime. I saw that we don't have any Lechitic or Lechitic speakers anymore. Lechitic? I'm not really sure. In here, so and I think it doesn't make any sense teaching Italian or Aramaic to our children at court, so North and Low German is fine. Confirm. Another thing, I could challenge people now to a duel. He won't do this. We can wait, if we are still around, at 11:01, and then we can challenge Prince Benedict again. So challenge him to our final fight. We see he's 50. He is already in poor health. Maybe that will be the one that kills him. There we go. We do things openly, right? That would be way better for him. Of course, not killing him, wounding him, and therefore bringing him further to his demise. Okay, I want to do the funeral, but now that we have, marrying people and they need to come to court, maybe let's do the petitioning of the king first. And we do see, as I said, transfer claim is not something I would do. But fortifying borders would be. But he can't because he's in debt. I did not look for that. He is indeed in debt. He's indebted. So yeah, but not that much. So in about 5 months, 6 months or so, we can come back to this. Okay, and let's check. Maybe let's just roll for now. Again, I will not ask the head of faith for gold. I think that is improper. We just profited so much from the crusade. We already took those spoils home with us. There's just no need to do this. Right? Hurts us a bit, I would think. Switching or turning piety into gold, because gold is like more universal and you could use it for lots of things. But no, I won't do it. I won't do it. I think this one can go now because we've changed it. Oh yeah, our wet nurse Elizabeth is poor. Like not terms of wealth. That probably too. But no, she's earning money, right? But she has a poor ability to do this. Of course, she's already older. Let's see if any of the new women that are now coming to court are better equipped to handle that position. Of course, there's Bully, and the game offers us to play him, which, it would be fun, I guess. But, we focus on our realm. We let Bully go. There we go. She's happy to be educated by us. A noble upbringing for a noble spirit. Yes, of course. I think let's try something. Oh, there we go. Marriage proposal accepted. Let's try something, and that is influencing our ward, like immediately, like when she comes. We want her to actually be brave. I see that's tricky, but let's see if it works. We want her to be different from what Prince Benedict taught her to do. No, but she's not doing it. I approach my ward Liv and snatch her by the collar. Right, there it is again. He does the same trick. He thought it has worked with my daughter. She started hitting me. But I don't want to die. Oh no. Well, we did try. We thought that this was the one thing that you can do. Alright, we were wedding at court. Yeah, they can barely keep their hands off each other. Again, we have done it again. Right? Yeah, of course, it's the system not working together. She's still on the road, but in game terms, she is still at court, so that's why this event is hitting us. But you see, they are already lovers. Right? Aren't we just the matchmaker? And here we have Asse and Bodil. The couple's connection to each other left much to be desired. Yeah, I guess. He is a widower, right? He's probably not too keen to go into this. But again, he's not... he's also doing this to further the interests of the family. Then again, should we plan a feast? I mean, let's look into this. We do have some money. Remember, we need some coin for the funeral. Oh, what do we have here? Oh no! Oh, we have some kind of marital conflict between Toke and Ingeborg. And now they are no longer friends. Oh no. Yeah. Okay, well, I guess these things happen, right? Not everyone is going to be married happily ever after. Let's see. 79 gold. That's good for us, right? So we can select Asse as the honored betrothed. Maybe since we did not attend his coronation, we make good by inviting the king to our feast. Let's see who else is coming. I don't want Prince Benedict to come. But I know him. Like last time in the hunt, he was definitely showing the X will decline invitation in this list. But he came. He was there. He was at the hunt. Yeah, making it a misery. At least I guess it was successful in the end. Okay. So, yeah, let's do this. Right? Brings the whole family together. Oh, wait a second. No. Wait a second. Just wait a second. Sigrid is not yet at court. Maybe let's wait for her to be here. Right? What do we have here? Oh. It seems this marriage will be marred by discord. Oh, no. Oh. She doesn't like it. It's probably because this beard here. I don't think that works for him. Like a kind of... I don't know. You can't even see his face. So... Anyway, I guess we sent a message to congratulate them. Yeah, this still is lightened for 30 days, right? So we need to... I hope that Sigrid will be here by that time. Let's see. It only says that she's traveling. And again, yeah, they could barely keep their hands off each other. Yes! Anton and Alfrieder. Yes! Good stuff. Maybe I click this again so it resets. Right, so now we would have 30 days again. Let's see where she is. Alright, she's almost here. But I want her to be at this feast. And again, if you are on the road, you cannot be invited to anything. That's a stupid thing. But that's just how the game works. We could do a hunt. No. We are going to celebrate with a feast. Lots and lots to celebrate. Marriages and... You see, we could select from a whole range now. Now we choose Asa. We choose the king. We invite extended family if they were there. Of course, our knights. Yeah, that will be enough. And about 66 gold. That's okay. That's a bargain feast, I would say, for decent options, right? Exotic delicacies. And an appropriate number of courses. Of course, of the whole modest food that we serve at our court. The servants run across the hall, bringing the final decorations. Some of the guests are yet to arrive, and I indulge myself with a delicious drink by the fire. Oh, I seem to have spotted some veal cutlets already. Veal cutlets. It's popping up every time now, right? I can't just say, don't show this message anymore. Oh, let's see. Our Gunhild, who's already brave. She can have a guardian. She wants to do diplomacy. Yeah, and now that our daughter is here, oh, that's perfect, isn't it? Because now we are sure that Gunhild, yeah, she will be raised the right way. The Hvide way. Our way. Great. There we are. Toka is dancing around and the king is looking regal. The guests are gathered in the great hall, lords and ladies from the near and far reaches of the realm. I must admit that not being able to bring weapons detracts from the appeal of the celebration. Why would you want to bring weapons to this? Skjalm, be reasonable. There we are. My dear wife Signe has been working hard to ensure that everything about the feast goes smoothly. The food arrives on time, the guests are all seated in the right place, and everyone seems content. Yes, our wife is our bedrock, right? She does everything that we are bad at, like organizing a feast. With Signe beside me at the great table, everything is ready. I squeeze her hand and smile at her before rising to announce the start of the celebrations. Isn't that nice? Isn't that just so lovely? You get household effects. I could not have done this without her. No, not at all. Frode regalt our Kriegerins Ringen. Good for him. Aha! The wine is empty? I don't think so. I have secret stores, right? So we fought first. Time to crack open my secret stores. There we go. This feast will not be marred by everyone having to pitch in to get some more drinks. Is there anything more jovial than a good feast? No, not at all. Guests throng to and fro, eating and chatting while flickering torchlight plays off every wall, light bouncing like laughter around the hall. A solid banquet is one of the few environments where you rarely have to wait for anything. Want food? It's there. Need a drink? They'll pour you one. Fancy a chat? Good company is everywhere. Bliss. Sometimes it's nice to simply sit back and enjoy the little things in life. This is where I want to be. Good folk to mingle with here. Chance to be seen with the great and the good. I think that one looks nice. Right, so we are mingling with the people from our court that we know and like. Catching up with what they did. Hearing about their marriages and so on. So, there we are. Oh, what happens here? I did everything I could, ensuring Dagmar and Marty would be as far from each other as possible. Oh no, was not good enough, and now they have come to blows. In the middle of my feast, one of my guards is close to the brawl and looks to me for the order to intervene. Oh no. Why are they at each other's throats? Wow. Okay. Oh, it doesn't even say that they are rivals. Okay. Maybe I just did this. Throw Marty out or restrain Dagmar. I think restrain Dagmar is the nicer option. Like, not throwing out someone, but restraining sounds better. Also, she has a little bit more prowess. So she would be able to do more danger. Yeah, we just restrain Dagmar. And then I negotiate with Marty and I gain diplomacy laughter experience. See? That's how it all works out. We have a Pomorian who is asking to be at our court, serving us, right? Is not the nicest looking fellow, but again, that's that has nothing to do with what he actually is capable of. He's actually quite good martial prowess. Yeah, I think we could do this. Then we have someone from that culture group also at our court, so that we learn a bit about their culture too. Oh no! Oh, what happened here? Hvide died under mysterious circumstances. I wonder who did this. Sadly, you can't retroactively look into who his rival was. Did he have a rival? Do his brothers have rivals? Is that a feud thing? Well, it doesn't seem to be that way. Do they have a feud? No. But they are devoted. That makes sense. In the meantime, we are talking with the king. Having an interesting conversation with him. Or we are talking more about him. And that was how we salvaged that mess. Are you sure I'm not boring you, my lord? Oh no, look at him. He's the king and he's like, hey, am I boring you? Talks about lawmaking. Yeah, let's kind of placate him. Let's be like, oh, no. Please go on. It's alright. You can talk to me about the things. And dead Hvide again looked at our ring. The feast is starting to draw to a close, and my visitors are surely expecting me to lavish a little attention on King Eric. Of course, we give him a toast, right? That's what we invited him for. Again, like, he's dead. He cannot do anything anymore. There we are. Few candles survive after most of the guests have left. I see servants bringing gifts to my honest guest Asa and his spouse. I walk to them smiling. What a pleasure it was to have you with us, and may St. Joseph bring good tidings upon you both. Finishing our exchange I turn away. Soon word of how I celebrated Asa and Bodil will spread to every corner of the realm, and every noble will know how well the couple was honored by this feast. With all my guests leaving my castle with the entire contents of my vast pantry in their bellies, I'm proud to say that the feast was a success. I have my wife's signet to thank for much of its success, and I feel nothing but gratitude. Yes, I do. As she sees the last few guests off. Yeah, with that, they're on their way. We gained some legitimacy, which is always good. There we are. That was our feast. Oh, I do see that there's a plague on the way. Where is the... Where is the plague? Bytom? Oh, Poland. Ah, down here. That's not coming to us. What the hell is this? An apocalyptic... holy fire... let's see. Oh, it's... Where even is this? Why would we know that there is a plague going on in Tibet? We would not even know that this place exists. Anyways, okay, yeah, this is not going to bother us. We have few knights now, yeah. Frode is dead. Oh yeah, let's not forget about this. We need to arrange the funeral. Maybe some of you think, hey, how does that work? We just had a big feast and everyone was having fun, and now we are going to have a funeral where everyone is sad. Yes, that's exactly what we are going to have. And I think dignified ceremonials sound good. But I said it before, all this whole medieval pageantry was about performance, right? We are, this whole modern idea of authenticity, that is not what people really believed in at the time. That was not a thing. So it is about performance. Of course, we are sad by our brother passing, but when we mourn here, and we will see people crying and so on, that was a performance, but it was legit. It was not seen as acting. It was seen as sincere, right? At like doing what you are expected to do, performing in the way that you should perform as part of your station. Again, extended family is good. Don't think neighboring rulers would make much sense. He was not that big of a noble. He was just our brother. Okay, let's go. There we are. Yes, I will never forget him. Right, so it doesn't matter whether or not we loved our brother, whether or not we really liked him or not. We are here to mourn him, and that is a ritualistic performance. Oh, Princess Liv is also coming. Our guest, Sven Trugot. Alright, he's coming here for the funeral. Okay, no, he will leave afterwards. I just had it in mind because guest also means that someone is permanently at your court but not part of the court. Right, we're about to begin. Let's see what's going to happen. Crusader. Yeah, by the way, we have sound again. Kind of did a whoopsie last time. Muted my sound. So you only heard me talking. Now we also have some kind of ASMR crow sounds in the back. That's great. I lost the trait Novice Spy Master. Yeah, makes sense. I have not been exercising that trait in a while. I feel a quiet calm wash over me, gazing around the room of mourners. Some eyes are stained red, others would see this as like any other cause for a gathering. One soul, however, looks to me with uncertainty as he tugs at my side. My grandson Stig does not weep openly, but does not seem unmoved like many other children present. I don't think he would address me like this. Not that formally anyway. He would be like, grandfather, what happened to Auden? Why is everybody sad? Oh no, he doesn't understand it. Don't worry. He's in heaven now. Do we... yeah, let's just roll the dice. How do we try to explain this to him? We actually tried to explain to him that he's in heaven, and he is comforted. We managed to do this. Good. See, Skjalm has a softer side to him now. He's not this brash person anymore. I think younger Skjalm would have just said, he's dead. Deal with it, child. Before Before me, a feasting table stocked high with all manner of food and drink, as if Auden were trying to offer a final act of magnanimity before parting. Asa has so far refused to lay a finger on this banquet, however, swilling his goblet around in idle solace. His middle-distance stare falls wearily upon me, and with a quiet nod he raises his drink high. To Auden, truly one of the greats. Yeah, I think he would have mixed feelings about the death of his uncle. We know that they have quarreled before, and Auden was not fond at all of Asa. So yeah, we don't exactly know what's behind this, but again, he's performing his duty. Yeah, that makes no sense. We can go for to Auden. Oh, like that one. Tell us what he really meant to you. No, that would be like, I think that would mean that he's trying to break, yeah, to break this illusion, I would say. Speak a quiet prayer. No, that's not what we do. We chime in. We chime in and say to Auden. Ingeborg has a weak hook on Dagmar. Ah. Yeah, the Haters Ringen is quite a nice artifact. Count Egil understands that. Here we are. I and the other mourners take a reprieve from our grief to enjoy a great bounty of food. Öfura, usually the lifeblood of any feast, now sits across from me misty-eyed with an untouched goblet at her side. How can we make ourselves fat and merry in times like these? Are we to satisfy our hedonistic desires while Auden has none? Join me, empty your goblets in libation. The guests seem to agree. There is a wisdom in Öfura's oafish lamentation. We join in the offering. We hand out a round of drinks for all, or I'll remember him my own way. Yeah, again, performative. I think we recognize what she's doing here, right? She's playing her part, and we join in the offering as well. Don't try to overdo it here. Oh, look at our young son, Matthias. All eyes fall upon Joachim as he falls to the ground in lamentation. There we are, and that is prime performance, right? They would have done this in medieval times, right? The people would have gone, yeah, out of their ways to show their grief, their mourning, and so on. That's actually something that I think this society inherited from Roman times. That was something that Romans did, and our whole what we do today, like this whole being reserved, not showing emotion, and so on. That is a modern thing that was, yeah, instilled in nobility in the 19th century, right? Before in the Baroque era and so on, you still had these like openly emotional, yeah, especially in the nobility, you were openly emotional. But yeah, we have this transfer of ideals from the lower class to the upper class somehow in our time. Anyways, he falls on the ground in lamentation, hands coating his reddened eyes from view. Joachim's sorrowful gasps and chokes have left his fellow mourners breathless, and many offer him comfort and reverence as if it were him who was to be committed to the hereafter. No, we're not stealing his show. I can only mourn in my own way, like focus on myself. Or I offer comfort. Yeah, I think again this would be the performative way. Also like chiming in and then, yeah, mourning with him. What's happening now? Hunched beside me, bereft of the pretense of propriety, the inconsolable Sigrid gazes out into the nothingness before her. Not a tear falls from her eyes, not a word passes her mouth until she turns to me. God can be cruel indeed. Why does the wind still yet blow? Why does the sea continue its push to the shore? Why does my body ache for food and thirst for water? The end times is upon us, my uncle is dead. Oh, look at her. Look at our daughter. Doing this so well. You could say, while there's life, there's always hope. Don't let grief overwhelm you. Yeah, this would not be something that a medieval ruler would have said to anyone funeral. I nod quietly. Right? Yes, you are very right. We are here to honor Auden's life, and that means mourning sincerely. The shadows of mourners no longer loom over me, and I am at last given a moment alone. What quiet comfort I could take in such a moment without the rattling and prattling of other guests in my ears. Just me and my thoughts of Auden. That feels good. It feels relieving. We don't have to pretend. We don't have to perform. At this moment we could just reflect, think about him, think about all the fun that we had and the times that he really, really annoyed us. But at the end of the day, he was always at our side, and he was loyal. He worked with us and for us, and for the better of our little realm. Now the time has come to commit Auden's final rites before his final journey into the hereafter. Auden's enshrouded body is held suspended above an open grave, surrounded by close friends and family. Stood at his head is you, a privileged place of mourning afforded only to a magnanimous host. The final rite of his body is left to me, and the weight of such responsibility weighs heavily on my mind. At last his body is lowered into the earth, and the funeral is officially completed with a prayer. This would of course not be his his body. He's been dead for a while. But they have brought back his bones from the Holy Land. Right, so that would be what is left of him. I actually, it sounds kind of creepy, right? But what they would have done, I think, is to boil his dead body so that the flesh would, go off easier of the bones. And you just collect the bones and bring them back home, and that's what we're burying right now. There we go. We gain some piety. We gain more legitimacy. There we go. Oh, and that means we're even now a paragon of virtue. Who'd have thunk? Who would have thunk that we end up, that Skjalm Tokesen ends up a paragon of virtue? All of these things that I'm not going to do. Den Röde Ritter needs a worthy successor. Oh, I guess... Did he die? He wasn't pinned, so I didn't get a notice. Yes, I think Dirk has also died. Oh no. Oh yeah, and the wet nurse position is... oh, there we go. See? Alfrieder. Oh, she's a bit too much to drink at that feast, I think. Anyway, don't drink so much with your baby here. We know that this is bad. There we go. Oh, isn't that nice? Isn't that a nice thought? My daughter-in-law Bodil has given birth to a daughter, and they want to name her Jutta, after Asser's first dead wife. That's nice of Bodil as well. That's very thoughtful. May you grow strong and wise, little Jutta. And there we are. We are actually in the 12th century. No, next year we'll be in the 12th century, right? That's this common mistake. It's like from 1101 to 1200. That is the 12th century. But we do have an 11 in front of everything now. So maybe that's something to... Yeah. I mean, there were these like kind of clever clogs who were like, 2000 wasn't really the start of the 21st century, so why are you all making this big fuss? I mean, come on, right? Potato, potato. Oh, Carter is an aspiring blade master. Oh! Quickly have to hit this. Cluck. Chieftain Matti. Where is he from? He's Estonian. Again, right? I said it before. This area is likely to produce little bouts. So we can join the tournament. Let's see what he's offering. Duel. a duel contest. I am again in fine health. If I was in poor health, maybe I would have thought about this, but then again we could still go there, just not participate. No, but I think at 66 years of age, this will be the final time he goes and proves to the world that he's a good fighter. Yeah, we go back again by sea. Oh, and we might need someone to help us with this. Let's put the tooltips on. Because it's Tiger. Tiger. There we go. We hire a forest guide. 7% danger, that's nothing. You know what? I will bring medical equipment. Even though there is currently no plague here, there might as well be. And I've had this before, and it's the most frustrating thing when you are at a tournament and suddenly there's a plague outbreak and everyone's dying from it. So, no. We bring medical equipment, make sure that we're equipped if there is going to be a plague. Oh, you know what? When we are coming back, we will... first of all, put this one in here again. Oh, no. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to say that we start in this direction. And before we go home, we visit the court of the King of Lithuania. A former enemy. But yeah, we are on peace terms. And he has become Catholic. Right? Okay, yeah, it makes sense to visit him now. He has become a Catholic king. There we go. Start. Let's see who's in our entourage. 18 people. Thorfinn is here. Joachim. Toke. Sigrid is here. Felice. Gudmar. Dana. Whoever she is, right? She might be someone from that. She might be the forest guide, actually. What do we have here? The seas around here are thick with Pomorian traders going about their usual craft, carrying rare and exotic goods from one port to another. One such merchant ship holds an item within that immediately takes my interest. The moment I lay eyes upon the Pomorian sword. Oh, look at it. I know I could never find anything like it back in Vanderland, and it simply must be mine. Oh, this is expensive. No, we're not going to steal anything. That's petty. Like a little criminal. But this will... Yeah, we have to go into debt for this. Just a few months ago, we had like 1,000 gold. But no, mine it shall be. I think this is... this is what we need. We need a good sword. So, I'll think of a name. I will think of a name. Yeah, I guess now we could ask our head of faith for gold. Then again, we used this money to buy a weapon for ourselves. Would be selfish to kind of go to the head of faith now and say, hey, I'm kind of in debt. Can you please give me some money? Can I have some money, Dad? No. Let's not do this. Let's do this the honorable way. By going here and winning, right? Make some money by winning. Oh. Toke and Ingeborg, they're not friends anymore, but they are still producing offspring. That's good. And they want to name it Pear. Yeah, let's see little Pear. There he is. Not the English pear. He's not a pear. Not a fruit anyway. Like apple. Call the next one apple. Okay. We're almost there. 20 days until this begins. So we have one opportunity to do something, because as we now see, I think let's see if we are going to be able to participate without any... Yes, we are. Okay. Let's check for our knights. Yes, they would be able to participate, and I hope that they can. I think it doesn't show here right now because we have just arrived. Yeah, let's try going to the tourney grounds. Oh, yes. Yes, that's exactly the event I was looking for. So we stand assembled. Gudmar is leading us. No, we're not watching opponents. We are going to our saddles and draw our swords. There we go. Now all the knights are gaining experience too. This is great. And now we can go into the duel prepared. I am ready. Never been readier. This is no way to win. I'm not going to besmirch my name by trying to sabotage someone. Okay, here we go. Prince Onundr Eiríksson of Sweden. Oh, a prominent person. A light wind stirs the air around us as Onundr approaches me, sword readied. I look around for any advantage, as any good duelist does. No uneven ground, no low sun to blind him, no weaknesses in his stance. I ready myself to fight fairly. A shout from the crowd. Some fool falling off a stool, no doubt, causes Onundr to pause. He refocuses on me, twitchily. It is said some need to be free of distractions to fight. Perhaps Onundr is such a man. Talking was always a strength of mine, or I should concentrate on the fight. Yeah, I think I will concentrate on the fight. Don't think... I just said that I want to win this fairly. So... I could do mischievous things while fighting, but not like around it. Duel, riposte. A screeching chorus of metal on metal rings out as two blades scrape down each other's lengths, sparks glittering as they fall to the ground. I look for advantages, thinking back to when I considered distracting my opponent with words. I am winning this fight by some margin. I just need to hold it together for a few moments more. Yeah, I think this is where we usually choose the I must remember my training option, right? Yeah. Oh! Ooh, that was close. We actually did not succeed there. But still, right? We are good enough to defeat Prince Onundr, who is actually, yeah, a confident knight. Quite good in prowess, right? No. We can still do it. Oh no! Tokay lost against Elemer, the Hungarian. Oh, that was bad luck. Aha, but Gudmar won against Chieftain Duel. Don't mess with the Vanderlander Knights. Yes, don't do that. And look, of the four remaining contestants, 3 of us are from our court. And we go against our own knight, Žirži. Yeah, we could make him concede here, but of course, no, we are not going to do that. If he beats us, we will be very impressed by him. I swing and swing again, battering away at Žirži's guard. A hefty shoulder push sends him skidding backwards, legs akimbo, and I see a golden opportunity. Acting entirely on instinct, I swing my leg across a long arc, the foot thundering into his groin with a heavy thud. Žirži lets out a cry somewhere between a gasp, a cough, and a groan. Trembling fingers barely grasp the weapon as his eyes immediately cross with pain. Within seconds, he is doubled over, barely able to stand. Huh? I got you now? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to. Oh, right. Low blower. Kicking him in the nuts. He's our knight. And we think we can win this any other way too. We're sorry. Sorry, mate. This time I hope I am able to remember my training. No, I did not. Oh, Žirži managed to defeat us. Wow. He has our respect now. Žirži has our respect. He knocked us out. So we definitely see now that there's a passing of the torch happening, right? Oh no, that Elemer here, he's also... now we are all... yeah. Cheering for Žirži to win this. Come on, Žirži. You can do it. I think he did it. Yes! My overhand swing is deflected aside, and why is this... why is this told from our point of view? No, the bout has been decided. It was fairly close fought in the end. Žirži disarmed Elimir and forced him to concede. Yes, good stuff. Yeah, don't mess with our knights. Great. There we go. And yeah, he gave some of his prize money to us. That's nice of him. What do we do here? Last day on the tournament grounds. I don't have any money, so I shouldn't hit the artisan quarters. I just go around, have a stroll around the village. A visit to Talava was exactly what I needed to relax before the contest. Well, after it. As I promenade through the streets, I see local children emulating a battle using sticks as their weapons. Yeah, sticks are a valid form of a weapon. And yelling some, "For the honor of my house!" and multiple "Arg!" I stopped to admire one of the most prominent buildings, proudly standing in the middle of the square. As I inspected a bit closer, however, I quickly noticed some ancient inscriptions. Does he now? Does he now? No, we're not going to learn. No, we're not learning. No, we're just like, oh, nice stone. Yoink. Now it's our stone. We just like it. We are not going to try to read an inscription. It was a great occasion. Thanks, Chieftain Matti, even though you are a bad heathen. Thanks for hosting this. Yes. And we did not win. I think that had we won, we would have got a legend seed, because I think when you oh, I can actually equip it. We have some room. If you manage to win 3 contests in a tournament, and I don't think it has to be a one, like a single one, then you get this like the 3 wins of blah blah your name. But we didn't. We did not. No, I can speed this up. We saw our own Žirži winning this contest. And we have a religious site being completed. So that is our monastery. See, we gain this modifier here. Piety plus 0.5, prestige plus 0.3. We even get monthly lifestyle experience. And we gain 100 renown. It makes total sense, like building a monastery, building a church, that would be seen as yeah, proper. That would be elevate your house, your dynasty. And Noresund gains some development growth and some popular opinion. Okay, I am glad that I have founded this. And you see now this mod comes into play. Skjalm leaves infancy with fluency in Norse and Low German. We gained a bit of stewardship lifestyle. Oh yeah, we visited the Kingdom of Lithuania, now a Catholic kingdom. And we remember, of course, I think this is still King Milzas. Yeah, we remember him, a formidable opponent. Yeah. Okay, well, we have a Praetorian Guard, benevolent intent, embassies, and a forced vassalage. No, we're not going to be doing this. Foreign affairs effective with befriend or bound by blood. Oh, I don't know exactly whom to befriend. Maybe we have some embassies, like he's focusing again like on his bargaining ability, and now he's sending people to the corners of the realm so that they could negotiate some deals. There we are. Is our king? He's not in debt anymore. We can petition him now to fortify the borders. Yeah, we don't need that now. Oh, it's still costing us. We are still in debt. Oh, no. Let's hope we get out of debt soon. There we go. I coolly outlined the threat posed by the realm's neighbors, drawing attention to the Holy Roman Empire. Yes, that is a real threat. And the risk posed to my lands. After listening to the speech, he smiles warmly at me and states, "Absolutely, cousin-in-law." Cousin-in-law? Are we his cousin-in-law? Well, I guess, yeah, we are married to Signe, and Signe's father was his uncle. Yes, we are his cousin-in-law. I shall dispatch my agents immediately to take care of this matter. Good stuff. We like our King Eric. Right, with the former King Sven III, we had to... yeah, he always wanted something from us. And Eric is like, yeah, let's do it. Oh, we have that again. I think we need to try ourselves again, right? We need to do this. Yes, and we won. Now we're not that anymore. I think just especially after like losing that tournament, he had to show off his skill once more. He can still do it. We have a dynasty legacy, boys and girls. We have a dynasty legacy, and I think staying in this glory path makes sense. So our name is renowned, right? That's, yeah, totally fits with how we played this. We would gain monthly prestige. We get more knights, or the ability to have more knights. Less cost for hiring mercenaries. Court grandeur change plus 100%, and accolades available plus 1. That means we can actually... What else is here? What else is new? Let's just pick a guardian for Skjalm and then look into this. He's actually going for a learning education, which is good. Felice could do this. He's in poor health, right? Let's keep that in mind. But yeah, I mean, for the time being, let him do this. Let's look into this, right? What kind of accolade could we create? Maybe that would be even something that Carter could be considered. Politica, or maybe let me do this later, because now I would like click around a lot and try to choose something that maybe not be as fun to look at. So I will do it. What happened here? Bully was in prison. Oh, he had to defend. Liv's education is at an end. Look at that. Look at that. We made her a brilliant strategist. Look at us. doing all the nice things. I think, yeah, what happened is he was fighting against the Byzantine Empire. They are taking advantage. Bully wasn't even here. And yet he was somehow in jail. Oh, wow. They're not waiting. At least now he has a truce. He can organize his armies and so on. I guess, that's bad. Because now he had special soldiers, about 2,000 of them. They're now gone. This is going to be precarious for him. Very precarious. Oh. Once I have departed this world, my son and heir Tokes shall rule in my stead. Unfortunately, rumors of Tokes' unending grudges have been spreading around my court. Makes me wonder if he will manage to retain my vassal's support once I'm gone. Yeah, noticed that before. He is a rival with Thorfinn, and he has like this other totally inconsequential guy here whom he hates apparently. I guess why? Yeah, he's compassionate. Boo. Forgiving. Boo. Yeah, do we see that as a problem? We attempt to rectify, but that might talk up his good qualities instead. Focus on myself and lead by example. And we are well-mannered. No, I think we talk up his good qualities. I don't think we are trying to change him. Yeah, after all, being vengeful is in the Danish DNA. We know that. That's a cultural thing, a tradition. Yeah, we talk up his good qualities. There we are. Just talking about having rivalries. This guy here, who was our rival for some reason, he's dead. I guess that's fine. I guess that's fine. Oh, let me just check. Gunnar is dead. Gunnar is dead, and Prince Bishop Ingvar has taken over. Like, once again, I don't like this. Like, I don't like how the game handles this. Like, it immediately appoints a new bishop when it would just should let me choose or let me see, because now that person is there and I'm very sorry for him. But I said it before, and again, this is to my detriment, but I think it's just consequential that since he is higher up in the hierarchy of the church, he should have this position. There we go. But yeah, now this other guy, I think, is just hanging around. Oh, yeah, he died of old age. Several people tried to kill him, actually. But yeah, finally at 66 years of age, I mean, yeah, younger than us, and we are again at poor health, right? And we will lose this modificator at some point, and I think that will be the death of us. That's fine. We are very old, right? We do see that we are not around for that long of a time. Could send him to Sigurd. It would make sense from a learning point of view, of course. I mean, he is craven, though. He is craven. Let's maybe send him to Bodil. Give her something to do. Make sure that this whole connection remains in place, right? This is Toke's son, this is Asa's wife. They have a connection here through this too. Yeah, and we are not employing court physician. At least that is something we can offer this guy now, right? He's a knight currently. No, he should not be a knight. He can be our court physician. Right, that's what we can offer him. And of course, no. There we go. I guess Prince Bishop Ingvar could be doing this. He is at least prowess in the area of it being okay. Yeah, let me just check. We are at 1 hour and 40 minutes. There's still some time to go. Oh yeah, then Röde Ritter needs a successor. Again, I think I will do this a bit later. Gudmar has just taken over this responsibility. He's still, he's in the beginning of his 30s. I want to give him some time to establish himself before sending in someone who could replace him, possibly. A new project. My advisors have brought news of a possible development project here in Norrisund. Unfortunately, it's too ambitious to leave to overseers, yet also too small to be worth my own oversight or that of my counselors. The idea has been raised, however, that Toke might be perfectly suited to oversee it. But he is one of my counselors. Okay. It would give him the chance to interact with the locals outside of the castle, as well as some invaluable experience. I worry, however. Is it too much responsibility to place on his shoulders? No. He should do this. That's great. That's a chance for him to learn. So, yeah. Oh no! The project is a failure. But at least he learned something from it. Right? There's always something positive to take away from this. And he's finished the promote culture. Let's keep it going. Oh, but it's still... we have tension. Oh. My family gathered at the Great Hall in Jörlunde, enjoying the realm's relative peace while we feasted. My daughter Sigrid amused everyone, constantly asking innocent questions about the dishes and the servants. I see. Meanwhile, why would she do this? My young grandson Stig was agitated all evening, trying to talk his way out of a lie he had been caught in earlier. Even so, it was good. We're all together, and that's what matters most. Yes, we have a family around us, and that's what we like. Yeah, he started again. This goes in increments, so there's not like being done with it, but rather... Ah, there we go. She's also brave. Yeah, I think that's because of this kind of house tradition thing. So people are either like arbitrary or brave, and now they're mostly brave. She too wants to go for... Oh, what do we have here? Oh, maybe I should, yeah, not do this that fast now, because now we got event after event. Let's go a bit slower. Matthias has shown curiosity of his ancestry and is growing to be more like a child of House Hvide. Yes, he is brave. See, that is caused by that. And he is quick-witted. Wow. He is already, like, at age 6, already capable in courtly intrigue. Wow. Oh yeah, and that's what he wants to do anyway. Send him to Alfrieder. I mean, we know that might not be the best thing to do, but in our mind, right, Dagmar has been in this position for so long. She would be able to show him the ropes and guide him. There we are. So I just clicked something away before this. Was that to do with the promote culture thing? No. Oh, Hoke expired. Alright, that guy who became a bishop after we forced him to convert. Should have kept him. He had like 32 learning. I just thought it would be a little... Ah yeah, okay. We can send Sigurður to do some research. He's already good at it. Good for you, Sigurður. Ah, this option here tempts me. Because I want to have gold. Oh yeah, I think that's what we were to do. What we were about to do. Diplomacy. Yeah, I guess Sigrid can do this too. Point successor, create accolade. Gonna do this later. Heir in line to inherit title. Yeah, I guess right now our own heir Tokay is also the heir to the Kingdom of Jerusalem. Of course, we expect that Bolli is going to marry and have children. Alright, buildings have been finished. Construction has been finished. That looks good. Wow, they have 9 fortification level again. And I am a novice marshal. See, even at my age, I learned something new. Right. Maybe we could use this. But only so that we are making sure when I am dead, my son is actually able to hold a funeral for me. Right, that would be something he would look for, and he has that in his mind. Oh, Matthias, what are you doing? Dressing in my clothes, you little scoundrel. Yeah, you see, now I'm taking this option. Earlier I don't have time for this. He's now, I'm old, and I find him funny, my little son. That little scoundrel. Okay, guys, I will do it. Makes sense. We know that we are short in gold right now, and should something happen to me, then we need our salvation. We need a proper burial. In the monastery that we founded. And the Pope is happy to do this for us, I think. He still likes us to a degree. He's like, yeah, you requested gold from me. Again, oh, what is this? Establish European Ivory Carving Center. That's a wise decision. Copious amounts of walrus ivory from Greenland arrive in European ports every year. Though we are not directly involved in the colonization of Greenland, we could still profit handsomely from this trade. We gain some prestige. We gain European Ivory Carving Center, which gives us a plus 3% holding tax and plus 0.2 development growth in the county. I mean, judging from this perspective that we are now building a city here, this makes sense to me. Again, that costs. I could try to have a roleplay explanation here, because like ivory was mostly used to create little figurines and idols, you know, that they would usually have a religious meaning. Sounds a bit hypocritical of me, right? First I was begging for gold, and now I'm I'm throwing it away. Let me check. Oh, but Toke actually has some gold of his own. Yes, because he is steward, of course. Okay, let's do it. Let's not think about it. Let's do it. It's a smart business move. Yes, it is. So, there we go. And little Absalon is also growing. Oh yeah, he wants to do martial things. That's nice. Could get into Cirkvir. Rangvi. I think we would actually do this. She has deserved this spot, right? She is, yeah, she has this position here that maybe some look down upon, but we don't. We appreciate her greatly. We are arbitrary. Absalon is arbitrary, so that makes sense to me. He is going to learn from one of the best. Right? When it comes to fighting, she is one of the best. There we are. Oh, commander significantly improved. Toke. Toke has gained the trait Winter Soldier, which makes him be more efficient, yeah, fighting in winter. That's cool. Because of course, again, when he is going to take over, he will be the commander of our troops. I will always do this, unless there is a real harsh reason for it, like having a craven guy on the throne or something. But in every other case, the ruler will be the one leading the armies when it goes into battle. And that is because, again, that is a medieval thing. You did not without repercussions, just stay at home and let your soldiers fight for you. That did not happen. There's loads and loads of sources that tell us about nobles that were old and they're not even like able to properly fight anymore, yet they would still go into battle, right? Because that was their duty as nobles. That is what they do. They are of the warrior class, after all. I think the most important one being King John of Bohemia, who was blind, right? When he went into this battle at Cressy, and he died, of course. Yeah. Matthias has learned Norse and Low German. Oh yeah, I was wondering, now that we have a Pomorian Accord, yeah, we can actually try to do this again. That's sad, because now they are all grown up. They cannot learn it. But yeah, let's go for this again. We are kind of waiting to die, right? That's what we're doing right now. We are waiting for us to die. Svetibor the Brave has died. Okay. Yeah, he was the last independent Slavic ruler. Now he's dead. They are still around. The Obotrite peasant revolt with their 98 disgruntled farmers who are like standing in front of Rostock. And the people in Rostock are like, yeah, okay. I guess this is happening. But they're getting nowhere. They just have 98 people against a garrison of 675. Not gonna work, mate. Oh. She is not our wet nurse anymore because she is going to this bishopric over here. Alfried. Her brother has become a bishop and he has asked his sister to join him at his court. That is not a nice thing to do. She is the wife of Anton. She needs to be at our court at all times. But I guess there's nothing I can do. I can't invite her back. Oh well. Let's pass the responsibility on to the woman whose name I cannot pronounce. Kelflate. Keelflate. No, I have no idea. Oh, I'm still paused. No. Inclined to speed up. Nothing much happening right now. there probably is something to do, or there will be something to do once once we have we go into the next generation. And I'm kind of hoping we can end this episode there, but there's only like 5 minutes left until we are at the 2-hour mark. Maybe I can like go another 5 minutes or so. I mean, it took us like 40 minutes today, or even longer, to do the whole planning and recapping and so on. Oh well. Oh. One morning as I'm getting ready to face the day, my son Matthias approaches me. Father, we found this while exploring the castle yesterday. You should have it. He hands over a small tattered coin pouch. Oh, look at him. Oh, look at him. He is, his mother's son, right? Signe is great at this too, finding money somewhere. So, he did this for us. Good one, Matthias. Oh, he's going to be great. He's going to be a great help to his older brother. There is a hunt available. No, I kind of want to keep this up. And now I am actually in poor health. So, yeah, and being in poor health for me, that means like he would find it harder to move. Yeah. There we are. There we are. There we are. Skjalm is dead. He is dead. What does the game say? Skjalm of Venderland rests in the arms of the Lord at 69 years of age. He died of old age. A zealous man, he fought for the glory of God against the heathens in one of the greatest holy wars of recent history. Tokay ascends to the throne, fair and just in all things. Many hope that he will handle any conflicts with grace. Oh, he shall. He shall. We'll see to that. Yeah. Skjalm is finally dead. 69. He was at, when he died. Oh dear. Yeah, so much to say about him. I think he handled nearly everything that he did. Went according to plan or worked out. He was a dominating figure in the political landscape of Denmark and beyond. Like when we do the funeral for him, we will definitely also invite neighboring rulers, because they would want to pay homage to him in his death, I think. Like he was known around the area, right? That we can definitely say. He won tournaments in Norway and out in the Baltic. Of course, he fought wars in Venderland, in the Slavic lands. He went to the Holy War, and he was the one to storm the gates of Jerusalem. He would have been known, widely known. And I think Toke greatly respects that. He was fond of his father. His father in turn trusted him. So yeah, there you go. So let's see what's happening, right? So Toke is inheriting the March of Venderland and the county of Noresund, right? So he has a seat once again here. And now we have our brother Asse, who is taking over responsibilities of Rügen, right? So that's where he has his seat now, and his family, right? So they're currently all moving there. They're going all the way around, but why don't they never just go by sea? It's shorter, more convenient. Like you don't have to go through the lands where there's like control loss and stuff, where there's possible danger. I could actually choose a new destiny here, and I think I don't want to jinx it, right? If I click it, I could choose, but I could go back, right? Oh, I'm not sure. I'm not clicking it now. Don't want to ruin my save game. Right, and there we go. he ruled for 36 years. And that means, he was already in his 30s when he took over, right? So much in the area of where Toke is now. And all these things, right? He was dreaded, of course. He was feared by people. Like, if he put his focus onto you, you would have been scared. I just realized, I forgot to duel. Prince Benedict. Is he still alive? Is he still alive? Yes, he is. He is. Oh well, some things just remain unfulfilled. He was exalted among men. Again, his fame, he was famous across the borders of Denmark. He was a paragon of virtue, at least considered to be one. He was known for his diplomacy, but then also for his great ability to fight in wars. Not only to be a warrior personally, but also to lead armies and successfully lead armies to victory. He was known as someone who would host activities and invite the other nobles, like going on a hunt, feasting, and he even went on a pilgrimage. That was when he realized that he needed the church, really, in order to realize all his goals and ambitions. He needed to have the backing from the church. He needed to prove himself in the eyes of God. And that's what he did. And part of this was to go to Canterbury, this major Catholic holy site, and pray there and show his devotion. And it worked out for him again. So we have Toke now. He is distinguished in fame. That's good. And he's beautiful in his devotion. I think he too will find it hard to appeal to the church, being vengeful, right? He's currently getting like minus 0.5 even. Let's see what we can do about this. We will check on Toke and what he will do, and what his agenda will be, how he will position himself in on the political map. Pausing here. On the political map in Denmark and maybe beyond. So let's see about this, and so see you next episode. Until then, cheers, bye bye.